So here we go up a staircase. This is a Victorian farmhouse that we've taken on, moved into. It needs a lot of work doing to it. We're currently doing the roof, but it's raining outside, so I've got to come in and do some jobs. So here we have a lovely 1970s style bathroom. Wonderful, isn't it? So anyway, here's the problems. I have this door here, but it doesn't close without a good slam. So we're gonna have to adjust the door, shave some off the side to make it close. And then if you come over to here, this is the old airing cupboard, which I've removed the tank, but again, the cupboard is sticking at the top, so it won't close. And then this one at the bottom, it closes, but it's sticking at the top. In fact, if you look carefully, you can see where the paint has been rubbed off the top there, where it has been forced closed over the years. So this one we keep our towels in, and again, you can see there where it rubs. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to go get some tools out, and we're going to have a go at these everyday tasks that you can learn how to do on your own, and therefore save yourself some money if you come along to one of our DIY courses. Okay, here I have some tools that you might use to do the jobs that we're going to do. So adjusting some doors where they don't close properly. I have here a jack plane. A smaller version would be called a smoothing plane. They are different, depending on the manufacturer, they have different numbers on them, but don't worry about that too much. But that is a hand plane that maybe you've inherited from an old granddad or something like that. We're going to go through using that. This is a little block plane. We'll use that. That is a very, very handy piece of equipment. If you have inherited one or you've got one, we use it quite a lot. Right, so various wood chisels. This is a 19mm, which is probably the one I use the most, and a 25. You don't need all these variants in sizes, but just to give you an idea of the wood chisels. So I've got my hammer, claw hammer here. Then I've got some various screwdrivers. So I've got two flat-headed screwdrivers, and I have a PZ2 screwdriver. That's a posi screwdriver. And PZ1, and I've just realised I should have a Phillips screwdriver as well, which is a cross-headed screwdriver without the little star detail in it, which I'll run through in a different video. I also have here an electric plane. Now, believe it or not, you can get electric planes, plug-in ones, or even battery ones, cheaper on Amazon than you can buy a jack plane. So I'm going to go through both. I'm going to do the top coat first, get that one out of the way, and what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to use the electric plane here. Really easy cover to do, because I don't really want to take it off, because I only need to take a little bit away from the corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to just plane the top off, just enough for it to close, and then we're going to have a look at what the gap is like. Okay. Right, so there we go, I've got it so it closes. I'm going to be taking off the smallest amounts possible just to get it to close. And then I can see what the margin, what we call the margin is like, what the gap. So it's not only rubbing on the top, it's rubbing on the side now. Now it gets a little bit further in. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit off the side as well, and maybe a touch more to the top, just to make sure to make it close a little bit better. Years worth of paint on here, years and years worth of paint. So. There we go, so we're closed now, we're completely closed, flush. You can see here we have about a 2mm gap, and on this end we have nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to even that gap up, so it's 2mm all the way along, which would be the ideal amount. And then on the other side, zoom back out, on this side here, I've got a 2mm to nothing, from about halfway out the door to the top, so we just need to clean them up. So I'm going to continue using the electric plane on this, just because I can reach a bit better with it. And then I'll show you on the other one, the other planes. There we go. That's pretty good. I'm going to dial it down a little bit more. And then take a little bit of time. There we go. So I was only taking about 0.5 millimetre off originally anyway, but I just dialed it down to 1/4 millimetre, and that just cleaned off the top there nice and evenly. Right, so I'm gonna put it back up to 0.5 millimetre, and I'm just gonna clean this side off. Mainly paint on this side. Okay, so there we go. I've got 2 millimetres pretty much there. I'm just going to take the tiniest bit off. Just to give it that little bit more. There we go. There we have a nice even gap. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the block plane here. I need to adjust it out a little bit because it's not got a cutting blade. On the course, DIY courses, I'll show you how to use these tools. Right, so what I'm going to do with the block plane is I'm just going to take what we call the Harris edge off. The Harris edge, and just to give it a less sharp corner. This is for 2 reasons. One is because if you trap your fingers in the door, a sharp piece of wood can cut you. And 2 is when you paint this, if you've got a sharp edge, all you'll get is a bead of paint rolling down the corners. Whereas if you take the edge off a little bit, it stops that from happening when you're painting. So just using the block plane, need to adjust it a bit more, wind it out, take the corners off, and then there we go. And there, door number 1 is finished.